this video. What's up, NBA fans, National Basketball Association fans? This is AW here, presenting to you the latest SmackDown, my wrestling and sports channel. Make sure if you're new here, subscribe. I do wrestling talk and I do sports talk. I've been doing very well lately. Thank you for everybody who subscribed, who's liked and shared this out with on whatever social media platforms, whether it's on your Twitter, Facebook, whatever. Different social medias. So yeah, if you're new here, subscribe. Make sure to leave a like. So here we're going to talk about both conference finals in the NBA. I'll be doing hockey tomorrow once we figure out with Seattle and Dallas. Game 7's tonight. We already know the three teams that advanced to their conference finals, but tonight's the final game between Dallas and Seattle. So I'll be doing hockey conference finals tomorrow. But we got the conference finals starting tomorrow in the NBA. With 4 teams left, only one of them can win the title. So there's a 25% chance that one of them is going to win the title, right? And also tomorrow's NBA draft lottery. I might do a little live stream for that. It might be a short live stream, but maybe I'll do a live stream for the draft lottery. Who will get first overall? Well, we'll see, right? But here we go. So the 4 teams going into the conference finals. 2 in the West, 2 in the East. Let's go with the East. Boston did not barely squeak by with Philly, especially in Game 7. Game 7, they demolished Philadelphia by like 30 points. Philadelphia gave up. Really, they gave up. And once again, the curse of Doc Rivers, Game 7, clinching, whatever, continues. But they just gave up, and Boston just went in their hometown, home arena, and just like showed no mercy on Philadelphia. So Boston will host, surprisingly, 8th seed Miami Heat, who has passed upsetting Milwaukee and defeating the Knicks, and they'll face up against the Celtics. Now, I'm going to do a prediction on here. I think this could go 7 because these two teams in the East are the 2 hardest working teams in the East. I think they both play the hardest, honestly. So that's why I think talent-wise, Boston has more talent. I think that's clear. But Miami plays with a lot of heart. So does Boston, but Miami plays with a lot of heart, and I think that heart will keep them in the series. So I think it's go 7. I think Boston gets by and makes it to the finals as my prediction. I'm predicting to make the finals. But I don't think in Game 7, if they go to Game 7, 6 or 7 or elimination game, I don't think it's going to be a blowout like with Philadelphia. I don't think so. So I got Boston beating Miami here. In the West, man, I feel like the Lakers had a little harder path to go than in Denver, because Denver really just took the first round. And, even with the Phoenix Suns, but, you could tell with the Phoenix Suns, their depth, they didn't show up in Game 5. Got eliminated Game 6, they got eliminated pretty quickly. Obviously with LA, you got LeBron and Anthony Davis, but they got a solid, they really did revamp their team at the deadline, and they definitely did get better. And this is a harder series to predict, okay? I want Denver to go. I'm sorry for that. So I'm going to pick Denver in 7. Jokic looks good. Jokic versus Davis could be such an interesting matchup. There's nobody. I don't think there's anybody who could guard LeBron on Denver. You got Caldwell Pope, Porter, Murray, but I don't know if they could guard LeBron or Russ. But I do like Denver here. I think LA too. Honestly, I like the Lakers here. I'm not surprised if Lakers win this series, but I'm gonna go Denver because, you know what? I like to see a team that's not Miami, Boston, or LA win the title. I like to see one of those teams that's not talked about a lot achieve something. Achieve something like winning a title. Yeah. So to finish this video off, I got in the East, Boston squeaking by Miami in 7 because I think Miami is going to put up a hell of a fight with their hard work, because they're to me they're a hardworking team, less talented team in Boston, but they're a hardworking team. right? I think that's what keep them in the games with Boston. They're good defensively. They're not the best shooting team, so that may hurt them against Boston. But they're good defensively, and they have winners on that team: Kyle Lowry and Jimmy Butler. If Jimmy Butler's healthy, if his ankle is okay, if it gets some proper rest and it looks good out there, then they have a chance. They have a chance. Because I'll say this. I still think Boston's the better team, but Boston they're vulnerable. They're vulnerable. Atlanta managed to beat them a couple games, 2 games, right? Philadelphia managed to take them to 3 games. I think Boston is beatable, so they're not. So I think Miami does have a chance. I'm still picking Boston, but Miami will put higher effort. And in the West, I said Denver, but this could go either way. I can see the Lakers winning it. Especially if Davis has a consistent series. I think it'd be hard for Denver to stop him. And they got LeBron, the X factor, obviously. LeBron. You can't. LeBron always turns up in the playoffs, right? But yeah, that's my predictions. Miami to lose to Boston. So Boston in the East, representing the East in the finals, and Denver representing the West in the finals. And remember, the Lakers and Denver have a bit of a history, remember, the bubble. And 2009. But yeah, Lakers, comment below. Tell me your thoughts. Thank you.